Tompkins, and this is my status briefing assignment. Recently, the NBA G League announced its plans to offer top NBA prospects G League Select contracts. These contracts will pay top players $125,000 a year to play professional basketball coming out of high school. Why is this significant, you ask? Well, that's because the NBA has a rule in place which requires its incoming players to be at least 1 year removed from high school before entering the NBA draft. The NBA implemented the rule change in 2006 in an effort to stop undeveloped high school basketball players from entering the league and then having short NBA careers, and it also encourages them to go to college and get a 4-year education. But what happens when that player doesn't decide he wants to go to college to get a 4-year degree? That's when the NCAA becomes the villain. The National College Athletic Association is a huge business that generates a ton of money every year and pays literally every single one of its employees except for the college athlete. Last year, the NCAA made over $1 billion, and outside of the scholarship money, the student athletes never see a single cent of it. They're not allowed to make money off of their image, their name, or their likeness. Recently, 5-star recruit Zion Williamson was in the news for asking Kansas University for an undisclosed amount of money, place to stay for he and his family, and also jobs for he and his family. Many players find themselves in a situation where they want to provide for their families using their basketball abilities, but they can't because of the rule that the NBA has in place. This is where the one and done comes into play. One and done is a situation where you have a top high school prospect who finishes high school and he can't go to the pros, so he goes to the NCAA for 1 year before he quits school and decides to go to the NBA. Players like the Philadelphia 76ers, Ben Simmons, have gone on record saying how much they are not a fan of the NBA's rule that keeps them from going pro out of high school. The one and done has become a lose-lose situation for not only the players, but also for the colleges. The players are forced to undergo grueling schedules, which include multiple training sessions a day, multiple practices a day, traveling, the games they play in, and they're still expected to go to class. For the colleges, they miss out because most top recruits only go to class long enough to be eligible for basketball season. Once the season's over, they stop going. This affects the college's retention rate, class attendance numbers, and graduation numbers. Even with the rule in place to keep these players from going to the pros from high school, you still have underdeveloped players who are not ready for the professional game physically or mentally. The competition level they face going to the pros is a lot faster, stronger, and much more experienced. Not to mention, it's a lot to take in for a 19-year-old kid to go from being a college student struggling to find a meal in his dorm room to the very next year being a millionaire. With the G League Select contracts, top prospects will have a chance to be paid coming out of high school. They also get a chance to train like professionals. The competition in the G League will be much higher than it is in the NCAA game, seeing as they will be playing against other grown men rather than playing against fellow teenagers. The best part of it all is the experience that they gain will be like on-the-job training to be in the NBA. They get a chance to get accustomed to training, being a paid athlete, and also being a professional. While I don't think the NBA G League Select contracts are an end-all be-all solution to the problem, I do think they are a step in the right direction. The NBA G League Select contracts will be going into place as early as the 2022 draft. My name is Amar Tompkins, and that has been my status briefing assignment.